We knew that the Eastern Conference Final wasn't going to be easy. We knew that the Washington Capitals were going to provide a challenge. And we knew that they were going to bounce back. They did just that in the last episode, limiting our offense. And they scored 5 goals of their own. And they won a game at Scotiabank Arena. And that means we'll have to win one more in Washington if we're going to advance to the Stanley Cup Final. Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 98 of this Toronto Maple Leafs NHL 22 playthrough. And yeah, this is game number 5 of the Eastern Conference Final against the Washington Capitals. And a little bit of a lineup note here just to start things off. TJ Brodie back in the lineup. And I'm playing a little bit of a hunch here. I've kind of liked the way that Rasmus Sandin's been playing for us. So out comes Lyubushkin. In goes TJ Brodie. Sandin stays in the lineup. So hopefully that hunch pays off. We'll have to wait and see. Our defense has been a little bit weak in the last couple of games. Well, it's been weak throughout the whole year. We've allowed a lot of goals. But you know what? I have a feeling that we're going to have a solid defensive outing in this game. Game number 5 at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. And we're about to get underway. Wearing my Toronto Raptors NBA Championship t-shirt in this one to try and give us some good luck. TJ Brodie's going to be playing on the second pair with Jake Muzzin. Jack Campbell's tested very early there. But he's up to the task early. We haven't been able to say that throughout this entire playoffs. He's struggled a lot early in the first period, but settled down throughout the course of games. But you know what? We just got to keep Washington at bay. Ovechkin scores. Alex Ovechkin. Don't wake him up. It's 1-0 Capitals here. A minute 34 into this game. Not good. That's been the one good thing that we've done in this series is kept the superstars at bay. But, oh man, that's a bad pass there. Defensive breakdown here. TJ Oshie rings it off the post. And the Leafs are going to have to settle things down here early. Backstrom checked there by Matthews. We're getting hung up here in our own zone. Backstrom backhand shot. Turned aside there by Jack Campbell. Morgan Riley battling with Ovechkin. He's got no help. And now Ovechkin's going to come away with the puck. And he tries to tuck it in. Doesn't work on Jack Campbell. He holds the post there. The Leafs going to escape? No, Bunty turns it over. Troubles here for the Leafs. All over the place as Giordano gets a stick on that. Deflecting it up and not quite out of play. But it wasn't just enough to get it out of the reach there of Jack Campbell and steer it off track there as Nylander tries to throw it around to Bunting. That doesn't work. Cut off by Carlson. And the Washington Capitals are doing a good job here early on at limiting the Leafs scoring chances. Now Tavares is walking in. Tavares to the front of the net. Tavares, 1 whack, 2 whacks, both stopped by Samsonov. My hands are feeling a little bit sweaty in this game. I know that the pressure is on. We don't want to go to an elimination scenario like in the first round against the New York Rangers. Mitch Marner looking for help. He's behind the net. Waiting, taking. Mikheyev, side of the net. He scores. Ilya Mikheyev with the answer there. As Mitch Marner wraps around the net, just putting the puck onto Samsonov. And Ilya Mikheyev buries the rebound. It's Marner's 9th assist of these playoffs. This game is tied at 1. Okay, just breathe. Wearing the Raptors jersey, t-shirt, whatever, championship t-shirt, try to inspire us. The Raptors had that historic run in 2019, winning the NBA championship. And they've been very good in the NBA ever since, really. And now we're going to get an interference penalty here. I think it's Orlov going to the box. It is on Kasha there. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, Baltimore Keefe wants to put out the second unit. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's put out the second unit. Let's play the hunch. Let's play the hunch here and try to get the second unit out for a goal. Kerfoot to take the draw. He loses it. Where's Spezza? I thought Spezza normally takes the draw. Spezza's playing the point. Is that how it always is? I honestly don't remember. Anyway, Spezza back to recollect. Up to Bunting. Tries to move it to Kerfoot, but he's checked. Bunting brings it into the zone. Stutter step to get around. Mikheyev in front. Shovels away at it. Bunting's there. Turned aside by Samsonov. Got a couple whacks at it. And the Capitals can't clear. Eller this time will get it off the glass and down the ice. Jake Muzzin back to recollect here. He'll bang it off the boards just out of the reach of Michael Bunting. And that'll be just enough for icing. That'll slow things down here in the first period. What was your favorite moment in the Raptors championship run? Let's talk about the Raptors. I think from mine, it was definitely Fred VanVleet. Because he became a dad and then he just went on an absolute tear. Here's Bunting around the boards trying to dump it in. He's checked by Kempney, who throws it right into Muzzin. Muzzin to Bunting! And he loses the handle on it. Samsonov hangs on, and that'll do us a huge favor because now the big boys can come off the bench with 1:06 to go in the power play. As the Leafs look to take the lead here against the Capitals. In game number 5, Tavares takes the draw. He wins it. Nylander. Matthews kind of separated himself. Didn't quite work. Matthews to the front of the net. Stopped by Samsonov. Kind of an easy save there for Samsonov off of Matthews. Kind of probably should have done a little tic-tac-toe play there, maybe. With Matthews and Nylander. Whatever. Face-off lost there by Tavares, but he's going to try and win the loss, and he does. Tavares has got the puck now. Waiting for help. Tavares looking around. Is he going to do it himself? Tavares. Bad angle shot. Turned aside by Samsonov. Nylander to Tavares. He scores. What a setup there from William Nylander to John Tavares. The Leafs have the lead. That's what you got to do. We did not get a power play opportunity in game number 4. And the Capitals were able to take advantage of theirs. And then our first opportunity in game 5, we didn't miss. The captain strikes here early to give the Leafs the lead after, I don't want to call it a slow start because it's Ovechkin and he can score on anybody. But I mean, come on. We've allowed so many goals early on in these games that have just kind of set a negative tone for games. And we've just been trading goals. Let's settle in for a nice defensive battle. I'd like that a lot. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd like it. There's a nice breakup there by Giordano. He's going to clear this puck up to vintage Spezza, and Spezza's going to come in, walk in, winds up, shoots off the stick of Samsonov and up into the netting. Baldshell and Keefe running out the fourth line a lot here early on in the game. And you know what? I like it. Spezza has been great in this playoff run. So is Simmons. Engvall's kind of left a lot to be desired, but I mean, this line hasn't cost the Leafs goals. So, I'll take it. And there's Simmons turning it back there for Wayne Simmons to reach onto the puck. Did I say Simmons drops it back for Simmons? I might have. Now here's Engvall. Engvall sets up Spezza off the side of the net. Spezza getting interfered with there again. No call as he tried to get around to get to the puck. Not sure who that was. Probably Orlov again, let's be real. Nice pick off by Sandin there. That's why we kept him in the lineup. And Spezza's going to get this puck in deep just for a second there. And it's turned over again. Almost. Here comes TJ Oshie into the zone. Oshie to Backstrom. Look out for the pass across to Ovechkin. Shot block there. Justin Hall battling in the corner. Can't come away with the puck. Kempney almost got poke checked by Engvall there. And now Engvall does help with the breakout here. He gets it up to Sandin. Sandin rushes into the zone. Rasmus Sandin, the shot. Turned aside there by Samsonov. I tell you, folks, Sandin, that's why he's in the lineup. He's got that young speed, that energy. That's exactly what we need. Playing with Justin Hall here, who just blocked a shot. Hall turns it over. Can't get it out of the zone. Remember that if Capitals can come back and score. Mikheyev's going to take it the long way around here and turn it over almost. But Justin Hall will get it up to Kasha. Kasha at the circle. Takes a shot, long range. Tripped up there a little bit after he fired the shot. Samsonov, easy glove save. And he'll hang on. Toronto Maple Leafs in preseason action again. Friday and Saturday, back-to-back, as they always do to end the preseason, against the Detroit Red Wings. And then, off to the start of the regular season, TJ Brodie scores! Off the face-off, back to Brodie. He blasts it from the point. And TJ Brodie, fresh off his injury, has made it a 3-1 game. I was just about to start talking about the excitement of the NHL regular season. I've said it like lots in previous episodes, but it's worth repeating. The Leafs actually play these Washington Capitals in the home opener. And that'll be on Thursday night after their game against the Montreal Canadiens on the on the Wednesday night. It's a back-to-back scenario right off the start, and Samsonov will get the start most likely against his former team. Dying seconds here of the first period. Another high-event first period, but one that benefits the Toronto Maple Leafs as they go down early but then storm back with 3 straight goals, and they'll go into the first intermission with a 3-1 lead. I will take that any day of the week, especially on the road. Shots 13-4 for the Maple Leafs. Remember, in game number 4, the Capitals actually outshot us. They rocked the red. Actually, they wore white in Toronto, but they're rocking the red now, and we're trying to stop that energy and momentum that the fans are providing at Capital One Arena in Washington. The one thing about Washington that I've always liked but also hated at the same time is that stupid horn. Here's Backstrom out in front. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's a fan that does it. I don't know if it's something by the in-game entertainment there at Capital One Arena. You know exactly what I'm talking about. After the drop of the puck or whenever it's like a boring action, it goes. Giordano, nice drop back pass there for William Nylander, and he puts it onto Samsonov there, and he'll hang on. It goes, let's go Caps. I don't even know if that's what they say. It's just so annoying. I think they do a similar thing in Pittsburgh, too, so that's probably where it came from. Here's Bunting battling along the boards. But I really do like the Washington Capitals rink. I really like the red all the way around it. Like, exactly, like, that you're playing in Washington when you go into that rink. And you can't say that for every rink in the National Hockey League. Anyway, here's Morgan Riley. Chance for Matthews! He doesn't get all of it there. Kind of goes wide of the net. Morgan Riley in deep here, battling along the boards. He loses the puck, but now he gets it back. Touch pass, tried to get it to Matthews. Didn't quite work. And now Riley's caught here, but Willie's back playing defense. Mantha, the shot, turned aside there by Soup. And now Mikheyev's going to break it out, and he gets leveled. Not sure who that was. Can't really pick the number there, but he had his sights on Mikheyev there to take that puck away from him. There's Game 4 hero Gusev getting hammered by Morgan Riley. Back the other way, here's John Tavares, the captain. He scored a goal already in this game, and he gets taken out. Turnover. Here's Connor Sheary. We got to stop this line eventually, right? There's a huge save there by Jack Campbell. Mitch Marner turns back here. And he'll get the Leafs pointed in the right direction up to David Kampf. Kampf's around his man. Kampf with a man going to the net. It's Kerfoot. And he puts it on the pad of Samsonov. And that's quickly turned aside. We play that EA Sports glitch goal, the pass across the crease, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Here's Kerfoot. Centers. And, hits a body. I don't know. Here's Nick Dowd. We hate Nick Dowd. He just got hit by Jake Muzzin. That puck turns over. Here's Kerfoot rushing in. Stopped by Samsonov. Hate's a strong word. I shouldn't have said hate. You don't hate anybody. That should be a lesson for all you kids watching, if there's any kids watching. Don't hate people. That's just mean and bullying and blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Oh, man. Centering pass, of course. Oh, man. I thought it was going to be Nick Dowd or Connor Sheary. I don't know who else, but it's Backstrom, so I'll take it. Just his 6th goal of the playoffs because, of course. So the two Capitals goals in this game have been scored by their first line. The big boys have come alive. But we're going to hold on to a 3-2 lead here, momentarily at least. As we got a bit of a mismatch here. Bolchel and Keefe put out the fourth line against the Capitals' first line. Now Spezza is going to come away with this puck. Spezza, vintage. No, it's taken out of the play. Simmons right onto it, though. Simmons and Spezza all over Carlson there, trying to force a turnover. Doesn't work. Ovechkin gets it up the middle, and here comes Backstrom. He's cut off, sort of. I guess the puck comes out, and it's back to former Toronto Maple Leaf Travis Dermott, who got traded at the trade deadline in this series simulation. Didn't think he was going to get traded to a playoff contender, but whatever. Here's or maybe not playoff contender, but a team that would be playing in the Eastern Conference Final. Marner, Tavares scores. Broken play, but John Tavares finds the back of the net, his second of the night. The Leafs have a 2-goal lead restored. I will take that. Not sure who got the initial shot, but Marner got the second shot. It went off bodies both times. It finds John Tavares in the perfect position. Samsonov out of position because he was swimming from all those blocked shots. The Leafs take advantage. That's a goal scorer's goal there for John Tavares, in the right place at the right time. Oh man, the Capitals almost came back and answered right away with their fourth line, because of course it's their fourth line. Yeah, what a game here by the captain. Oh, breakout pass for Mikheyev. Find it, Tavares. No, just a little out of his reach. Tavares was a little bit slow. That's the one knock on John Tavares. He's not the fastest skater in the world. TJ Brodie going to move this puck here to the captain. Up for Marner. Does Marner have speed to get around his defenseman? Yeah. Yes, he does. Marner scores. Did not see that one coming, but Mitch Marner with a burst of speed there beats Samsonov on the outside post. And yes, Maple Leafs fans, breathe. Game 5 is well in control. Not sure who that defenseman is. It's number 2. I'm drawing a blank. All I'm thinking of is Ron Hainsey, but Ron Hainsey played for the Toronto Maple Leafs and wore number 2, and he's long since retired. Oh well. Mitch Marner assisted from Tavares and Brodie. What a night, Tavares. Matthews wins the draw. The Leafs looking for more. Brodie into the zone. Throws it around the net. Matthews onto it. Drops it back to the point. Jake Muzzin the blast. Turned aside there by Samsonov. The Leafs. Matthews back onto the line, onto the puck. Matthews around. Matthews tries to get bunting, but that's broken up by Connor Sheary. Over to Tom Wilson. Turned her over. Let's just kind of hold the line here, folks. Oh, man, that's an ice there from TJ Brodie. It is. Brodie ices the puck. John Tavares 1 goal away from the hat-trick, in case you didn't know. This is Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Final, by the way. And the Leafs have a 5-2 lead. With 2:57 to go in the second period, Matthews loses the draw. Jensen to Wilson to Kempney. They're playing keep away. Nick Dowd, of course it's Nick Dowd, gets a shot that goes wide of the net. And Campbell will leave it for Matthews, who breaks it out to William Nylander. Nylander. He's got a man coming off the bench. It's Camp. But instead the drop pass goes to Muzzin, who blasts it on net. And that one's easily stopped by Samsonov, who saw that. No traffic in front of the net. There's Matthews leading the NHL points in the playoffs with 22. It's what are we at? 15 games? 22 points, 15 games? I'll take that. Camp wins the draw to Morgan Riley. Who's checked? Jack Campbell. Is going to get a penalty for playing the puck in the restricted zone. I had no control over that. I mean, maybe I had a little bit of control over that, but that is so frustrating here. The Capitals have a chance here to get back within 2. Oshie, backhand shot. They're probably going to get back within 2 because our penalty kill sucks. Kuznetsov the shot. Giordano, get it out. Kerfoot does. Barely. Bunting's going to the box to serve this penalty for Campbell for 2 minutes or less. Let's be real. It's probably going to be less. And if it's not, this penalty is going to overlap with the third period here, as the Capitals are going out with their big boys. Backstrom, Oshie, and there's another tripping call. Kerfoot a little too aggressive with the poke check there. And now 2 Toronto Maple Leafs are sitting in the box here. It's a 5-on-3 for the Washington Capitals. It's gone from bad to worse here for the Maple Leafs. 1:03 to go here in the second period. And thank goodness David Kampf can win a faceoff. He wins it back to Giordano, and this one's cleared. We're just going to play some smart hockey here. We're not going to try to do anything too ridiculous. We're just going to try and win puck battles and clear them down. That's exactly the way we want to do it. Just some smart hockey. If they score 1, fine. But you know what? We're not going to try and have them score 2, as Jack Campbell makes a nice save there. And relatively easy save, let's be real. And he'll hold on for 33.9 seconds to go in the period. 1:12 to go in the 5-on-3. Spezza to take the drop. Ballshell and keep going with the strong face-off, man. Spezza loses it, and Mantha gets a quick shot there. The Leafs are a little scattered, then Jack Campbell has to come up with a huge glove save. That deserves a soup. And now I just credited Ballshell to Keefe with making a good penalty kill decision by putting out a strong face-off man, and then he puts it at Simmons, but Simmons wins it. He proves me wrong, and Jake Muzzin's going to clear the puck. Here comes Schultz in through the zone. Drops it for Kuznetsov. Morgan Rielly breaks it up. Now Morgan Rielly will clear it down the ice. 10 seconds to go in the period. That's going to do it for the Capitals in this one. Oh, my goodness. The penalties will roll over to the third as Jake Muzzin makes a last-second shot block there. The Capitals will start the third 5-on-3, but the Leafs are up by 3. Headed to the final frame in game number 5 of the Eastern Conference Final. And David Kampf's going to take the opening draw here against Backstrom. And Kampf wins it. And Morgan Rielly will take it in. Slow and steady. Morgan Rielly will clear it down the ice, and he hits Kampf. Kampf throws it on net. Turned aside by Samsonov. I mean, it's not exactly how we drew it up, but, I mean, I'll take it. Kampf, clear it, clear it, clear it. Oh, it gets over the line. That was lucky. I tried to be too cute with it and wait to clear it. 10 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Carlson, huge glove save by Soup. Yes, sir. That reminds me of Kevin from Alberta. Yes, sir. He's a big Leafs fan who has a bajillion amounts of game-worn merch. Ovechkin the shot, deflected by Morgan Rielly up over the net. And that's going to do it for the first penalty. If they score another one, who cares? 17 seconds to go in the first minor. Tavares is out of the box. And now Tavares, is he going to have a chance here for the hat trick? Tavares, stopped by Samsonov. He'll hang on here with 8 seconds to go in the power play. We might escape this. We might have finally just had a solid penalty kill. And Baldshell and Keefe is feeling so, I don't even know what the right word is. Thankful for a great penalty kill that he puts out Matthews and Marner. I mean, we're blessed. It's over. And the Capitals almost score immediately in the seconds after. Ringing it off the post. Mantha shot there. Blocked. Eller tries to get the puck through. Campbell pokes at it. Muzzin will slow this one up. Get it to Matthews, who gets it up to Kerfoot. Through the zone. Kerfoot's in. Kerfoot behind the net. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he's got so many different roles for the Toronto Maple Leafs organization. And you know what? I'm glad they didn't trade Kerfoot. He's been good. Now we're going to play that EA Sports famous horizontal hockey. And the Capitals will finally escape the zone. But, oh man, got so many players standing up there. And finally, Giordano's going to find Matthews, and Matthews will stutter and get tripped up. Kerfoot's there. Kerfoot will trip over Matthews. Yeah, I don't want to say the word. It's a cluster over there. Yeah, it was just a total mess of EA Sports. Eller, centering pass. Too slow developing there. Soup got across. He'll move it to Sandin, who will break it out to Bunting. Bunting chips it in. Bunting behind the net. Looking for some help in front of the net. Nylander's there, but he's not going to give his teammate an outlet. And that's an easy turnover there for the Capitals as Nylander kind of was just standing still. Another great stick by Sandin. What can you say about Sandin? Nylander just got leveled in the middle of the ice. And now the Capitals will break it out the other way. This is non-event hockey at its finest, folks. We're just kind of trying to get there. Engvall's in through the zone. I called him out earlier in this episode. Is he going to do something? Engvall around. He scores. Pierre Engvall. That's how you respond to by being called out by Josh. Again, can I speak English? Just his second of the playoffs for Pierre. Yes, sir. It's 6-2. I wonder if Dart Guy is there. Dart Guy was famously at the Capitals playoff game against the Toronto Maple Leafs in Washington several years ago. I believe that was game number 3 when the Leafs beat the Capitals in overtime. No, that would have been wrong. Game number 2 when they beat them in overtime. Thanks to the goal from Kasperi Kapanen off of a amazing feed from Brian Boyle. Let me know in comments if you remember that goal. Here's the Capitals dumping the puck in. Lots of Capitals were on that team, but I don't think there's any Toronto Maple Leafs left. I mean, other than Matthews, Marner, Nylander. Anyway, here's Simmons working around. Simmons in tight, almost gets a goal. Now Simmons trying to set up the captain, and it's broken up there by Dermott. Yeah, I don't know why I said I don't think there's many Toronto Maple Leafs left. Of course there's lots left. Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Riley. I don't know what I'm talking about. That being said, a lot of the core has changed in terms of depth. Can you call depth core? I don't know. Anyway, back to the game. Let's focus on the present. The past is in the past because the Leafs lost that series. But you know what? We're not losing this one. Gusev with a shot again. Finally, Gusev's getting shut down here. And I can't even remember the other guy's name now. But I'm tired of saying their names. And I'm tired of seeing their names show up on the score sheet. Mikheyev, centering pass. Did that go off Dermott? They're saying it's Marner. But I really think that went off the skate of Travis Dermott. The Boo Birds are raining down at Capital One Arena as Mitch Marner buries his second of the night. This line's been on fire. It does go off the skate of Travis Dermott. He bangs his head off the post in frustration. Do not glitch out on me. It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, and this game is going to glitch out on me. I swear, if NHL 23 does this, I will lose my mind. Thank goodness we get a quick whistle here, and it should bring us back. It's the playoffs, and you're going to do that. It's also 7-2. If that happened, and let's say we were trailing with 6 minutes to go in the third period, I would be losing my mind. How is that not fixed yet? Like, it happens all the time. That's like the 5th or 6th time it's happened in this series. The first time it happened, a goal was allowed. And that happened in like episode number 7 or 8. I can't remember. Against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I was furious. And I'm still furious about it, obviously, now. I hold grudges, apparently. Here's Mantha, the shot, stopped by Campbell. He's really bounced back after that quick goal from Ovechkin early to start the game. Remember, the Capitals led this game 1-0. And then the Leafs answered with a couple of quick ones. The power play goal really helped out there from the captain. He came through when it mattered most. And the Toronto Maple Leafs offense. Hey, you know what? They haven't had that ho-hum game. I can't believe how often I said that in the last episode. Here's a centering pass for Sheary. Just off the side of the net there. Down to the last couple of minutes here of the third period. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to go home to Scotiabank Arena in game number 6 with a chance to win the series. Matthews the shot. And Vitek Vanacek makes the save. I didn't even realize that the Capitals had made a goaltending change. It'll be interesting to see who starts game number 6 for the Washington Capitals. Did they just create a little bit of goaltending controversy for themselves? Because I'm all here for goaltending controversy. Matthews loses the draw. Almost took a tripping penalty there right after the draw. Here's Tom Wilson to Connor Sheary. Makes the move. Stopped by Campbell. Who read it all the way. We're in the last minute of play here, folks, and that should mean like we're going to wrap things up here. I'm not really going to try and push it. I thought about it there for a minute when I had Austin Matthews. I'm like, I'm going to go for another goal and run up the score here. But Don Cherry would tell me that's not a good idea. And even though Don Cherry is not around anymore, well, I mean, he's still alive, but he's not on TV anymore. We're going to follow his advice in that rare occasion these days where he's actually right about something. Jack Campbell makes the save there. Rasmus Sandin moves the puck up. Nylander gets it to center. Bunting into the zone. Nice little spin, pass, shot, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. This game's over, folks. I'm thinking about game number 6 now. I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to go home to Scotiabank Arena in Toronto with a chance to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since 1967. And that's just exciting. There's no other word to describe it. We're 1 win away from being 4 wins away. And this is the closest the Toronto Maple Leafs have been in a very, very, very long time. Remember in 2002, they only made it to Game 6, and they lost. The only other time in recent memory that they've made it to the conference finals, I want to say that they made it in 99. They also made it in 93, and we don't really need to talk about that. Gretzky. It wasn't a penalty. Or was it? Yeah, it was a penalty. Definitely was. I don't know. So much time has passed. It's time to move on. I wasn't even alive for that, so I don't even really know what I'm talking about. My worst memory is them losing in 2002, and is that really a bad memory? I don't really want to say it's a bad memory, but I mean, this series is all about creating new memories, good memories. Speaking of Gretzky, the next episode will be episode number 99, so tune in for that one. This win guarantees that we'll have an episode 100, so that's exciting as well. And if you like this episode, hit the like button, subscribe if you really like it. I'll see you guys in the next episode, which is episode number 99. I just said that, didn't I? And I totally forgot. Cool. Way to go, Josh. Way to go. Hey, we outshot them in this episode, 28-24. That seems to be the formula to win these games. I'm looking forward to the next episode with a chance to move on to the Stanley Cup Final. Martina will sing the anthem, and hopefully we'll win and move on to the Stanley Cup Final.